Just coming in. I'm going to straight across to Indrajit, who's at the spot where Mamata is right now. Indrajit, the Chief Minister herself leading this charge.
Well, Sneha, Mamata Banerjee has arrived at the rally venue and we can expect the protest march to start anytime. In fact, it has started. She will be walking this entire stretch along with her supporters in Kolkata, top brass of the Trinamool Congress. We've seen several top leaders like Kolkata Mayor and Minister Firhad Hakim, Minister Shujit Bose, Molay Ghotok. There are several other, MP Rachana Bandyopadhyay. A lot of top leaders are here. Of course, the MPs are in Delhi. We saw this morning the kind of chaos that erupted in New Delhi when they were protesting in front of Amit Shah's house. But look at the turnout. I will ask my camera person to show. This is what happens when Mamata Banerjee gives such a war cry. Whenever she calls for a rally, this is what she does. Look at the amount of women who have gathered here for this protest march. On both sides of the street, on this side and on that side, you would always see whenever Mamata Banerjee is out on the street, women take to the street, responding to her call in large numbers. This is vintage, Mamata Banerjee, her street fighter image that she has cultivated over several decades now. Even though she is the Chief Minister, she thrives, her politics thrives on the streets of Kolkata, and this time it's no different. And this is coming just months ahead of the West Bengal Assembly elections. While, jury is still out, the matter is pending before the court. Mamata Banerjee, being the Chief Minister, when she, rushed inside the premises which was being raided by a central agency like the ED, there are legal ramifications, there are legal consequences. That legal battle would be fought inside the courtroom. But that's a long-drawn process. But Mamata Banerjee, being an astute politician, she knows that the message and the optics is much, much more important. It's significant to galvanize support. And that's why, even though she was trying to portray the message that she is fighting like the captain, like the Bengal Tigress, for her own party supporters, for the interest of her party. And that's why she is out, because she is accusing the BJP, the central agencies, of stealing the Trinamool Congress's data. And look at the turnout of women. I would once again show. Look at the women supporters out here. So you see women in large numbers. If you see 10 people out here waiting in the streets, there will be 7 to 8 women out there in this rally, and she would be walking this entire distance. So Mamata Banerjee will be leading from the front. She would be in charge, and she would try to send across this message. This is South Kolkata. Her rally is beginning from the Jadavpur area, right opposite the Jadavpur University main gate. And she would be walking to Hajra, which is not very far away from her Kalighat residence. But South Kolkata is always the bastion of the Trinamool Congress, of Mamata Banerjee. This is where she resides, and this is where she gets her, support from. And therefore, she's flexing her political muscle a day after those ED searches that were conducted in Kolkata, and she wants to give out a larger message to not just the city of Kolkata, but to the entire state of West Bengal, that she is here with her supporters, with her workers on the street, and she wants to send out the message that she is the victim, she is being targeted by the central government, by the Modi regime, and the BJP is using the central agencies to, in a sense, corner her, because she is the last woman standing as far as the Modi, Amit Shah juggernaut is concerned. Back to you.
Look at those pictures coming in of a huge crowd that has gathered there. These are TMC workers, supporters of the Trinamool Congress in Jadavpur in Kolkata, from where Indrajit is reporting, playing victim here, saying that I've been continuously targeted. I recall a few moments ago, Indrajit, when we were chatting, you said this is quintessential Mamata, isn't it? Before the elections, we will see more campaigns of this sort, claiming political vendetta. Also, the fact that she is being targeted in this fashion, and that she isn't new to being at the receiving end of of all of this. It's happened in the past, and she is going to take it head on. That really is the message from the TMC supremo here, isn't it?
Absolutely, Sneha. As you said, this is not the first time. It's almost like a sense of deja vu for us, journalists who have been covering Mamata Banerjee over several decades now. We have seen this. And when she walked in just a short while back, she was limping. Here is a lady who is in her late 60s. She was limping, and yet, we see now Madan Mitra, another top Trinamool Congress leader, who is here to join Mamata Banerjee, join her ranks. Madanda, this is a big rally. What is the message that you are going to send today?
আচ্ছা আমি তোমায় একটু বাদে করি মিছিলে হাঁটছি একটু আচ্ছা
Madanda, what is the message that Didi is going to send? She is not afraid. There is a case pending before the High Court.
strange things are happening in Calcutta and the only answer is Mamata Banerjee is on road and that's enough.
But are you not afraid? Is TMC not afraid that there can be legal ramifications?
No, nothing. Only the central government is doing all the nuisance business. Let BJP understand what is Bengal. जो बंगाल से टकराएगा वो चूर हो जाएगा.
All right. So you see, this is the kind of message that we would get, from the Trinamool Congress leadership whenever Mamata Banerjee is out on the street, because it energizes her cadres, her leadership. Every time she thinks Mamata Banerjee, her back is against the corner. There is a crisis, a political crisis as far as her party is concerned. She knows her tried and tested formula is to galvanize public support, create public mood, and set the narrative. So in this case, was that a miscalculation? The fact that the ED went in just before the elections, a lot of political experts are now asking. One, of course, just a few days back when Home Minister Amit Shah was here in Bengal, there was this pointed question that was asked to the Home Minister, that why is it that suddenly in the past 2 years, the central agencies have gone quiet? Why is it that all those Trinamool Congress leaders who had actually been arrested, and I spoke to Madan Mitra, he was also arrested, he was also behind bars, there were allegations against him. So there is Partho Chatterjee, the former education minister, there is the former food and civil supplies minister, Jyotipriya Mollik, there is the Trinamool strongman from Birbhum, Anubrata Mandal. All of them had been arrested on various charges of allegations. But nothing transpired in all those cases. Those cases are still pending. However, what has happened, all these leaders that I have just named, they're out on bail. So therefore, the question that arises, that what is the timeline? What is the rate and the success of the ED in closure of these cases? There will be questions that would be asked on the streets of Kolkata. Many people do ask that. Are the central agencies actually, trying to curb corruption? Is there a decisive effort to curb corruption? Or are they being used as a political tool? Now, this is exactly the narrative that Mamata Banerjee will now try to propagate, that all these years, last 2 years, the ED and the CBI, they were dormant, they were quiet, and suddenly right before the elections, the ED has decided to raid the IPAC office. If at all, what the ED claims that they have substantial evidence, why did it take so long for the Enforcement Directorate to conduct these raid and search operations now? Why not earlier? Why just a few days after Amit Shah's visit to West Bengal? These are political questions. These are questions that are doing the rounds in the political circles of West Bengal. And mind you, with Mamata Banerjee out on the street, these are the things that she will once again harp on in order to raise doubts in the minds of her voters, and also paint this image that it is her. She is the one, a lady, in her 60s, she's fighting this lone battle against the might of the Modi Shah juggernaut, and she is being targeted using the central agencies. This is the narrative that the Trinamool wants to set, and she's doing it the way she does it all the time, by hitting out on the streets and rallying support in her favor.